Are you ready? Bourbon, beats, and brews.
Good morning, my YouTube family. Today we have Flexclip. What you just saw was created in Flexclip. This platform, it's similar to some of the platforms that you've probably seen out there, but regardless, we're going to get into it today, and I'm going to show you how to create that video step by step in Flexclip. So far, I'm loving it, and let's get right into it. Okay, so once you get logged into your account, which remember, check down in the description for a link, a discount to get set up. So once you get logged in your account, here's your dashboard. So what we're going to do is just create a new video. You can choose the ratio that you would like, and then I'm just going to do a 16:9 because this is going to go onto YouTube. Okay, so here you are. Here is the interface. We're just going to quickly go through some of the navigations and the tools. So you can import videos, images, anything. This pops up right away. Up to the left here, you have your templates. You have media that you can record, audio, text-to-speech from phone, sync with any of your cloud accounts. Then you can create text, subtitles. You can search for video, photos, audio, different elements, overlays, and backgrounds. And then here are some new tools that are AI generated. So you have text to video, AI image generator, AI video script, text to speech, branding, and Giphies. So we're not going to really go into these today. Okay, so those are the left navigation tools. And if we come up top here, of course, you can name your project. You can change the aspect ratio. You can forward, reverse, redo, undo, full screen. Here's your templates. You can just start straight from a template. You can have saved templates. Like if you were going to do a YouTube intro, you could save that template in here and then just reuse it, change the text, etc., but keep the same layout. You can change the background here. Go up here. This is for help. Any questions you have, live chat support, shortcuts, what's new. You can export it, these different qualities here, different sizes, and video or a GIF. Okay, here under your account, you can tell, just see what plan you're on, etc. You get the gist. Okay, so let's go real quick back to the original project that we're going to recreate today. Let's just dissect that real quick. So what you can see here is I have a background. I have a little intro here. I have 3 images that actually are overlays, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Some animated text, and I have a voiceover and 3 different soundtracks. So this is what we're going to do. So let's go back into our fresh blank canvas and move forward. So first thing we're going to do is we got to look for a background. So if you go simply down here to background, okay, you can go to abstract, technology, effective, light background. So you can look for backgrounds here, or you can go up here to photos and you can search. So I might want to, for that, just look for wood porch, see what comes up. So you can look through here. This is kind of cool. It doesn't have to be exact, but what I'm going to do is don't just click on it. I want you to go over here to add as a scene. So now you can see down here, it adds as a scene. So since it's just a photo, you can go over here. How long do you want your intro to be? So let's just say 10 seconds. Okay, so it expands it out a little more. You can zoom in and out here. Okay, this is just your normal view, and then you can actually go into the timeline, and we're going to use this to kind of move things around in the non-linear editing platform. Okay, non-linear meaning that you have different layers that you can move independently of each other. Okay, so here is our background. Right now you can see if I play it, it kind of animates. So you can go up here, click on it, go to animation, and you can just go to none. And now you can see it has no animation. So the next components you saw was just like a little intro that we want that says, "Are you ready?" So I just went in here to text and I looked for something like this. So you click on here. Looks like if you do click on it, it should add it. Now I want to change some of the elements. So I just clicked on that blue bar, go up here, and let's just change it yellow. Let's click on this one, change it yellow. Let's click on this text, double click on it, and now I can go, "Are you?" Click on this one, "Ready?" And boom, there you go. So let's take a look at it. Are you ready? And so that's going to just go the entire 10 seconds. So you can see if you go into timeline, you can see here's my text, "Are you ready?" You can just easily bring this back. And now it's just boom, "Are you ready?" And then it goes away. Okay, back here, what are we going to work on next? So now I have these three icons, bourbon, beets, and brews with some text. So let's get kind of into that to check it out. So let's go back to our tutorial here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is look for some images. So I'll just go here to photo, and I'm going to look for just bourbon. Okay. So here's something simple here. Now what I want to do is you can add as a scene or you can add as a layer. If you add as a scene, you can see it's just going to add it right here. I don't want to do that. I want to go up here to add as a layer so it goes on top of your background. Now you're like, "I don't like that white box." Well, that's easy. You can just go up here to remove background. And this, I love this feature. This is awesome. So then download that and boom, there you have it. So you're going to say, "Well, I don't want it there. I don't want it that big," etc. So let's go back down here to timeline and let's just drag this to where we want it. And then bring our cursor or timeline up and just kind of put this right here. Maybe up a little bit so we have room for the text. And now you're going to say, "Are you ready?" And then you have that. Now, what I like to do when I do my videos, I like to get all the elements on the board, okay? And then what I do is I come back and I add all the animations or motions to that. When I'm done with that, I come back in with final audio tracks, okay? That's just the way I like to do it. It kind of helps me, that process, it seems the easiest to me. You guys probably have your own process, so you do you. Okay. So what was the next one? Brews or bourbon, beets, and brews. So let's just look for some headphones. I think I used those. Let's try something different this time. Let's do this one. It's got a nice flat background. Okay. Now I don't want it as a scene, remember? So I'm going to go up here to add as a layer. Boom. Remove background. It's going to take out the background, download, there you go. So let's go back to timeline and let's figure out where do we want this one to start. Bring that down. And then after you get all the elements in, you can adjust the, make all your final adjustments, like contrast, saturation, all that stuff to make it look right on. So the last one is going to be brews. see when these things are coming up, but that's kind of boring how it just pops up. So we're going to adjust that after we get all of our elements in. Okay? So now we have to get some text. Bourbon, beets, and brews. So you can see here I have text coming in underneath here. This you can get as creative as possible, of course. So let's go, and now we need to find some text. Here you are going to simply go to text and just choose something that you like. You can choose a pre-made animated one that's already there. But what I did is I just chose a title, and I have it right here. Let's bring our timeline down so we can kind of see what we're working with. Double click on it. Bourbon. And after you get the text in, you probably want to adjust some things. And then let's go down a little further. Now this is cool. You can just go duplicate, bring that over. Beets. Duplicate, bring that over. Brews. Okay, bring this down. Now you can kind of see we've gotten that. Now at this time, if you want to go and change the font, let's go to the timeline view. Okay, so first we want to kind of adjust when are these coming out. So just drag how you want these to show up, if that makes sense. So you have the bourbon lining up with bourbon, the beets lining up with beets, and you can move these like this so it makes a little more sense. So they're kind of linked together. And then the brews with the brews picture. Okay? I think I had this one up just a little bit. You can adjust those. Now, you can have the text like this, or you could change the text before you duplicated it. That way you're not going back in and changing that. But for this, I'm just going to leave the text as it is. So you would choose the text, choose the color, choose the font, and then you would duplicate it so you don't have to repeat those steps again. Okay, all of my items, now that all of my items are in place, let's just tighten everything up a little bit. We can start here, kind of move this around where you want it, and you can see how it snaps to a grid there to make it align for you. And this goes with all elements on your page. The background, I just went in here and adjusted. You can do a vignette. I just try to make it a little darker so the other items pop out. You can do that with the other individual items. Okay, so now that I have everything tightened up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some motions. So let's start with this one. So I'm going to go up here to motion, and as you highlight, hover over it, you can see what they can do. Before I went to enter and out. Let's just try something a little different this time. Let's just try a zoom. And then what you do is you can, okay, I want it to come down. I want it to come from up for all sides, just in the middle. And then I can move this out to the side because I don't want it to go away. So let's just test and see what it looks like. So then it'll stay there till the end. Okay, so now that was, you click here, you go to motion, and I chose zoom. Let's go now to the headphones. Let's play it through, see what it looks like. All right, got that. Now we're going to work with the text. You can have the text do the same thing or do something different. So I'm going to go with the text. This time I want to go enter in and out, but I want it to come up from the bottom. So again, I'm going to take this away all to the exit. I'm going to take it all the way to the right. Play this again. Okay, awesome. So now is the fun part. I get to record my voice. So now I'm going to go up here to media and I'm going to click on this little microphone icon and go record voice and select the microphone. I just got my Blue Snowball here. Mute other tracks while recording so they don't come out in the recording. So you can just mute that if you were to have a song already in your video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play it and then record. Are you ready? Bourbon, beats, and brews. So you can see that I have it here. However, it's probably not lined up perfectly, but that is okay. So I'm going to go play through it and let's take a listen. Are you ready? So you can see how Are You Ready started here like a little late. So what I'm going to do is just go, I'm going to go split. So that cuts it right there. Delete that part. And then I'm going to line it up. Let's see, I want it to come in probably like right here. So let's go ahead and play again. Are you ready? Bourbon. Now, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut it again because I need to line this up. So bourbon, I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go and cut it right before I say beats. Delete this first part because I don't need it. Now where do I want beats to show up? Right here. And then I'm going to go here to and brews. And brews, cut this one. So now let's play it through. Are you ready? Bourbon, beats, and brew. All right, so I have that. Now, of course, you can adjust the audio, you can practice your radio voice, you can play around with that. But for this tutorial, I just want to show you how it's done. Now, let's play this. We just played it all the way through, and it sounds like it's missing something. So we're going to go ahead and add some audio, like some music. So I'm going to go here to audio. You can say, what is the mood that I want it to be? Playful, relaxing. I'm going to go, let's go what angry looks like. And then you can also choose a genre. Let's go, let's just see what corporate brings me. And then you can just play these. Ooh, that one's kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and click the plus button, add to timeline. Boom, there it goes. Let's play it from the beginning again and check it out. Are you ready? Bourbon, beats, and brew. Okay, so that is the gist of it. Now you might want to shorten things up. You might want to make some of the transitions or some of the spacing in between smaller, and that is fine. That's up to you. All you have to do is you can drag this stuff around. You might not even want it 10 seconds, so you can change that the length of the video as well. So I'll leave that to you to play around with. So I'm going to go ahead. I noticed that my audio on my voice was a little low, so you can either bring the track volume down so it's more of a background. Let's just put it to 60. Then I'm going to click on the voiceover and I'm going to just crank this up on all of these. All right, let's see if that's better. Are you ready? Bourbon, beats, and brew. Okay, so we have the audio just the way we like it, but we don't want it to just end like that. We want to add a transition. So what I'm going to do is click down here, and I'm going to go fade, and I'm going to go fade out. Let's move this timeline in a little more so we can see it. And I'm going to bring this in about like that, so it fades out, and we don't need this part, this last scene. So I'm going to have it fade out. So you can go fade out here. Let's take a look how this sounds. And brew. There you go. So that fades it out. Now I want to add a transition to fade out the end here. Now you can't really fade here without having anything. You have to choose in between. So what you need to do is add a temporary scene here, and then if you choose in the middle there, it'll bring up a window where you can actually fade. So there you go. So now once you have that, you can just bring this in, and then let's make sure it looks the way we want it to. Brew. There you go. Are you ready? Bourbon, beats, and brew. So there you have it. So recreating this tutorial, recreating this intro, I hope that it helps you use the tools more, just step by step. And that is Flexclip. Look down in the description and you will see a 30% discount. Please take advantage of that and click on the link to get started. And make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss my next video. See you next time.